Hey, fire signs. We're going to dig into some past, present, and future energies. See what's going on in your love life. This can be, oh, retreat, just dying to be seen. Give your relationship a chance. Okay, fire signs. Chemistry. We're going to dig into the past, present, and future energies. Okay, take what's for you, leave the rest. And, something else. This could be either one of y'all energies. Alright, fire signs, let's see. Ooh, got flirt in your past energy. Release your ex soulmate for yourself. I don't know why they want me to look at these. Past energy, fire signs. I think y'all, I think y'all met somebody y'all like. And I think will release your ex fear held y'all back. I had no intentions on getting extra cards, but I think they want me to explain this. You have let me explain this to y'all, fire signs. Some of y'all know, tribe. Every person that plays a major role in your experience is a soulmate, right? People only have the level of importance we give them, which means we categorize what kind of soulmate these people are, right? Based on a logical, spiritual, and emotional. I'm hearing specifically, like, I heard analytics, evaluation of previous experiences, current experiences, and what your intuition is telling you about what's to come, right? So we must listen to ourselves. We must pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities, and we must stop blaming the other person. Fire signs, in order to really burn this contract and act in your nature, because you're a fire sign, right? In order to really burn these soulmate contracts of the past, you have to really act in your real nature. You know what I mean? And these future soulmate experiences to come, your alignment is going to align you to the proper frequency of soulmates. It's this energy of you can attract bullshit soulmates or you can have good soulmates. But the choice is yours based on your behavior, your pattern, your choices, your inner dialogue, right? Your emotions, your contracts, right? For some of you guys, you got some karmics lingering around, and I usually never ever use that word. But some of y'all might got some karmics lingering around that's still ciphering, I'm hearing specifically, your energy, right? Fire signs, y'all got some shit going on. Hold on. Free yourself. Time to disconnect from the world, specifically telling you cut people out your motherfucking vibe, because it's time to get it popping with your own self. Give your relationship a chance. Pay attention to the red flags. Express your lighthearted energy to others. You're going to have to release your past. You're going to have to release your karmic attachment to your past. If you release these contracts within your self, wow, safe. Some of you guys are too busy trying to protect yourself, right? Fire signs. It ain't me, it's the divine talking to y'all. Don't blame it on me. Some of you guys are looking at yourself through the tent of your past experiences. And some of you, I hear you saying, no, I've been real with myself. I've been on this journey for a while. Where's your husband? Where's your wife? They being real. They being real today. Where's your husband? Where's your wife? And why not? That's your questions. Maybe you should put that on paper. Some of you may be even divorced. Some of you may not be wanting to sign them papers. But this is past energy, right? But I do feel this energy for some of you, maybe a smaller percentage of y'all, but the reason this past position is so in-depth is because it's probably going to spill over into this present position. Let's separation. Give your relationship a chance. Some of y'all still, either somebody in your energy is still pining for you and wanting forgiveness, or you're failing to learn a lesson from your past that you're still carrying like a fucking burden, right? Forgiving and learning. Maybe some of you were extending from your pocket as well. Maybe some of you have this fear of not having enough to really provide sustenance for on a relationship level, right? But that's all worldly shit. Free yourself. That's all worldly shit. Even somebody else's perspective, whatever this other person in your energy was gonna do, whatever, that's all still they shit. That's their decisions, therefore that karma and that weight fall on them. You don't have to sign your name on other people's contracts just because y'all soulmates. You don't. And they shit don't have to be your shit just because you like, because you like them. Right? Or you did. Some of y'all need to simply clear y'all energy and just take your power back by demanding, I almost said commanding, demanding what you're tied to and what you're not. Release and welcome him better. And you'll begin, for some of you, you need to understand that healing is not an overnight job. And if somebody really fucked you up in the past, it's almost this energy of like, stop expecting someone else to be the remedy, or stop expecting you to just feel better one day, when the truth is you're not going to feel better until you rip the bandage off and dig into that shit. Because the truth lies, I meant to say the healing. The healing lies behind the truth, but it's the honesty with yourself. It's not the closure. It's not the tarot readings. It's nothing but yourself and the divine. Because for one, sometimes other people ain't going to understand that shit. Again, it's not about the world. This is about you, baby. Fire signs, this is about you being honest with yourself and what has attracted these karmic contracts. It's not all, people got this fucked up perspective of karma that is always, I did something to this person, either this life in the past, and now it's coming back to bite me. Truth is, you also got free will, you also got your own decisions, and you also make decisions to make, you also make fucked up decisions. Sometimes you just make fucked up decisions. And it's not about past karma. It's about a fucked up decision in your present moment or in the past. Right? Present life shit. Some of you need to stop putting everything on your past life. I'm still overcoming some shit Ricky, Bob, and Joe did back when I was Vanessa. Right? No, this some shit you was scarred from 2 years ago, and you acting like it don't affect you because that was the best way to get over it at the time. But now the best way to get over that trauma or that energy in itself, not the experience, but the residual energy, right? Not the experience, but the residual energy being held within the vessel or within the energy, right? Within your thought pattern, whatever have you. It's time to remove that shit, because that's what's healthiest and best for you now. That's fucked up because it's still past energy. And I feel like maybe this is because some of you are still resonating here. And others of you are going to be resonating with whatever we about to say here. Okay, take this how it resonates for you. Let's see what's popping here with these people. With the present energy. Calling in your soulmate. It's still on 2 feet. Apparently we read it for 2 different energies today. Presently, for those of you who are right here, you got both energies. You're presently calling in your soulmate based on some past shit. Some of you, this is talking about you trying to call in a past person, and for some of you it's going to work. But now it's almost this energy of, again, trigger warning, to be honest. If you're dwelling, visualizing, praying, creating affirmations, holding space, and desiring someone from your past, and that person comes in, now you have to go deep into intuition even further, because now you have to have discernment between calling this person in or fated meeting, right? 2 different things. You can call somebody in. You can vibrationally pull somebody in if you're strong enough. But then you'll have to discern between, did I pull this person in or did the divine send this person in? Because free will is a motherfucker, yeah. Ultimately, they have to also make that decision to come towards you, yeah. But in the bigger picture is what we're talking about. If you call this person in, now you kind of unsure as if this person is meant to be here or not. Or did I just will this in because I'm the shit? Right? We're being honest here. As opposed to living your best life, right? Doing you. Making your visualizations and affirmations fully align with what's best for you. Not what you can foresee at the time, right? Heal that shit. And for those of you who this is really past energies, for those of you who this really is past energies, you're calling in your soulmate here. You got honeymoon at the bottom of the deck again with trust, engagement, something else. Let your friends help you. For some of you, on the other foot, you guys are genuinely calling in the right person. Because you did release your ex. You did learn how to categorize these soulmates, and you are ready to extend your lighthearted energy to others. And now you're willing that shit in. You're aligning to it vibrationally. You're, with prayer, you're communicating with the divine, right? Let your friends help you, right? You're disconnecting from the world in order to use your intuition. In order to use your third eye abilities, right? Your higher upper chakras with visualizations, right? Your lower chakras with affirmations. Affirmations is something that helps change the foundational belief or pattern or whatever have you, right? So this is also an energy of using all chakras here to call in the right soulmate because you've burned these past contracts. You got to take it how it resonates. We also had trust, right? Trust is about what's been made evident. Faith is about, what's unknown. Having that faith and that surrenderance to the divine. Hey, baby. Hey, Mom. So with trust, you guys are actually really paying attention to what's actually playing out in your experience. Also, what your inner self is telling you. Yeah, forgiving and learning. Love yourself first. You're paying attention to yourself first. I knew that was going to be worth the wait. Hell yeah, you're no longer codependent with codependency behind that. Some of y'all got an accent behind that. You realize that true love is worth the wait because it's not something that can be created. It's something that has to be aligned with. It's something that has to be, look at that, the 2 cards. It's something that can't be created. It's either there or not. You align to it, you give it, you receive it, right? You feel it. FYI, the exact 2 cards we just had came right back out as I was actually shuffling. So they were definitely meant to be on the table and I ignored that. Sorry. The exact 3 cards. Forgiving, learning, love yourself first, and worth the wait. Future energies, you are fucking healed. You got your shit wrapped tight. Similar energies as the air signs, right? You've learned the art of forgiving and learning. Forgiveness is not something you do. Forgiveness is something that you have. You possess the quality of forgiveness, right? I don't just have forgiveness. I don't just forgive you because that's the right thing to do, or you ask me for forgiveness. No, I forgive because I forgive. I know how to forgive within a soulful place. You see these divine angels assisting, or higher self actually emotionally releasing and clearing and learning and leading for some of you on a divine level. It's not just in the physical, it's actually a partnership with the spiritual self. So you have no choice but to call in the proper soulmate, because you're working with your divine team, right? We did have talk to your angels, which is, as I always read, you actually talking to the divine team you got, right? And the new ones coming in to assist you. Love yourself first. When you love yourself, it's easier to forgive others, because not only can you identify the way that you've taught these lessons, the lessons that you've also learned, the way that you've been in their very shoes before, which is what ultimately even created the possibility of that meeting. You don't just have chance meetings. Shit is orchestrated around this motherfucker. This is Earth. If shit was just whatever the fuck, it wouldn't be no order. Again, people that play a real experience, a real role in your experience is a soulmate. You don't just get 3 soulmates or some stupid shit like that. You just learn how to align with the right kind of soulmates, right? You can clear karma without having to relive an experience. You can clear that shit internally. You can go to the divine and say, wipe that shit clean. And then all the bullshit baggage you had with people in a past life, you don't have to re-experience that. You now realign to your real soul tribe. And you stop calling in these motherfuckers you already fucked up with before. Forgiving and learning. It's a process of forgiving and learning within yourself, so you can stop aligning to the bullshit. And hell yeah, it was worth the wait. All this white, because you pure now. You no longer gotta wait till somebody throw mud in the water in order to realize that some shit was dirty to begin with, right? Like they say, these two things cannot mix. If you put dirt into clean water, that water is now dirty. It is no longer clean. You're no longer letting dirt infiltrate your spiritual space. Therefore, you're no longer letting dirt infiltrate your physical space. Essentially, no longer aligning with the bullshits. With the people that don't mean shit. I feel like that was enough within itself. It didn't even need to be clarified. We'll get you 1 to 3 cards. What's the advice here? The overall advice here. Knight of Wands. I feel like this energy of move right. And this feels like this neutral position. 9 of Pentacles. Confident within yourself. Stable within yourself. 7 of Pentacles. It's almost this energy of strength. You guys got some of the same cards as the air signs. It's very similar to the air signs. Right down to some of the same points. Some of you may have that dominant energy in your chart or your love interest chart. But like I'm saying though, remain neutral with this Knight of Wands energy, because you still could pick different directions at this point. You're still independent. You're still single for a lot of you. 3 of Cups. You found emotional harmony within yourself for the majority of you. 7 of Pentacles. You've found, for some of you, it feels like that flow in your world, where you're beginning to see the return in your energy in physical ways, right? Knight of Wands, actually doing something with your energy, but not in a position where you're so stern or set in your ways. It's this real neutral energy that's coming across. You guys have 9, 7, 8, which is 7, 8, 9. It's not in order, but it's perfectly in the right order for you. That's beautiful, guys. I love it. 2 of Cups. I'm trying to see the one that's behind it. The 10 of Pentacles. So they also wanted me to see the 2 of Cups. With the Sun behind that. 3 of Swords behind that. Hell yeah, guys. You guys are ready for... Listen, the 3 of Swords will never trump the Strength card. And that Three of Swords feels like just that energy that was lingering on from these victories, really. If you learn the lesson and you're now in a position when you're attracting what's best for you, then it's a victory. Temperance. Six of Pentacles. We talked about the temperance energy in the air signs video, although it didn't come out. Spiritual balance, physical balance. It's a... Don't be just making me jump like that. Alright, you guys. I love you guys. Knight of Cups. Yeah. It's all about that neutral energy, but with the King of Swords behind that, it's also knowing what you want, but still allowing the divine to assist. Alright. Love you guys.